Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I DIY these Jumbo Lemonade braids. So I'm starting with freshly washed and detangled hair, and I went ahead and parted my hair off camera. I just found it to be a lot more easier by parting the sections before I started the braiding process. So I have 4 braids that are going to fall forward and 4 braids that are going to fall to the side. So to begin, I just put all the sections into a hairband, and then I go in with a clip just to make sure that I clip all the hair away, just so that I'm not getting any excess hair in the section that I'm going to be braiding. So the hair I'm using is Expression hair in the color 2, and here I'm just going to go ahead and feather out the hair so I get a nice feathered look at the end. And this is pretty much what it looks like when I finish feathering out my ends. So I like to do the feed-in method. So for each section, what I do is I separate hairs into little sections, starting from the smallest to the biggest. So when I'm braiding the hair, I can just easily grab each piece and feed it into my braid. So to start the braiding process, I just make sure that my hair is fully detangled. Then I go in with the smallest piece of the braiding hair, and I wrap it around a small piece of my braiding hair. And I just pretty much pick up my hair as I'm going through, and just pretty much braid the extension hair into my own hair. And then to do the feed-in method, what I like to do is I like to grab the piece of hair, and I use my left hand and I put it under my index finger, and then I just pretty much just braid the extension hair back into the hair. Again, I always make sure that I'm using my left hand because it makes it easier for me to pick it up with my index finger, and then just pretty much add on the extension hair as if I'm braiding it into my hair. So I just continue and repeat the same steps until I reach the end of the braid. And for this section, I believe I added about 4 feed-in extensions just because it was a smaller section. And then once I got to the end, I just continued to braid my hair all the way down till the end. So just to show you the back section again, I just go ahead and separate the section I'm going to work on. I like to make sure that it's fully detangled, and then I just make sure I clip any excess hairs away. And then going in with the smallest piece of braiding hair at first, I just go ahead and start feeding this into my hair, and just continue to braid it along until I add in some more feeding braids, and I use my left hand to make sure that I scoop it up and braid it into my hair. So for the front sections of my hair, I go in with my edge controller, and I just smooth this on both sides of my hair just because I kind of want a smoother finish. So here's a better view of how I started off each braid. Again, I'm just doing the same steps, braiding the braiding hair into my hair. And then I just continue to work this around and add in more extensions as I go along. And for this larger section, I added about 8 pieces because it was a larger perimeter of hair that I was covering. So just another close-up of me adding my edge controller onto the front section of my hair. Just want to make sure that I slick down those edges, and here I'm just using a comb because it is the front and I want to make sure that it's extra slick. So I just take a small piece of braiding hair, and this by far was the hardest piece and the hardest section to do because it was so awkward in the way my hand was falling. So it's kind of awkward, but you want to make sure that you're still adding hair in with the left hand. But what I noticed was that I had to make sure that I kind of grabbed the hair that was hanging down in front of my face, because this was easily left behind. So just gonna make sure, again, you see me swerving it around so I make sure that I pick it up. Hopefully that makes sense, but if you're doing this, you will understand the awkwardness of this process. So to loosen up the stiffness of the braids, I just dip them in hot water for about 30 seconds. And then I go in with a towel and I just wipe it dry. So lastly, I'm going in with my Eco Styler gel and I just went and laid down my edges using my toothbrush. And then I went in with my towel just to wipe away any excess gel. And there you have it, guys, my DIY Jumbo Lemonade braids. So I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye.